Do we hate the moose or do we like the moose? I've been wearing this for hours and I still can't decide. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm very impressed with myself that I'm even filming anything today. Hopefully that means I'll be on time with my scheduling of one upload every Thursday. Here's hoping. But I thought it'd be fun today to take you through my current Nancy Drew collection. I've been collecting the Nancy Drew books for about a year now officially. I've always loved the Nancy books. The Nancy books are what got me into reading when I was a little child, a little reader. And I still play the PC games now as an adult. So I've been wanting to reread the books, so I'm rereading them as I accumulate them. But I'll give you a little recap on what I have as of January 2025. So first, I'll take you through my oldest books that I have. I'm trying my hardest to only collect like the most vintage of the vintage. So anything I think 1980s is when the glossy yellow flashlight covers started. I'm still learning how to date these, so if I get something wrong, feel free to correct me in the comments kindly. But I'm trying to collect everything pre-1980 to the best of my ability. So in my last Nancy Drew focused video, I found this one, which is the first book in the series, Secret of the Old Clock. Now, I don't know exactly when this was published, this specific copy, but I think someone dated it in like the 1950s or so, because it has the original 25 chapters, but it also, in the beginning pages, I'm trying to be careful here, in the beginning pages you can see a list of all of the books that had been published up to this point. So obviously this is not an original because look at how many books in the series had been printed by the time this edition came out. So anyways, I think someone said around the 1950s, because I believe the 1960s is when they started doing the yellow matte covers, which we'll get to in a little bit. Then I also have The Hidden Staircase. Now this one I think actually is an older copy than the Secret of the Old Clock one. The Secret of the Old Clock was the blue tweed. Yeah, here we go. So if you look in the beginning pages, you'll see that this is how many books had been published at this time. So this one's definitely older than 1950s. I don't know if it's original like 1930s original, but here's the end pages. Very cool. It does have obviously the original 25 chapters. In the back you can see the Nancy Drew Mystery Series like advertisement. You can see books for girls, like all kinds of vintage advertisements, which is so cool. The Dana Girls Mystery Stories, also by Carolyn Keene, are in here. So yeah, The Hidden Staircase. In the same antique shopping trip, I found Secret of the Redgate Farm, as well as The Message in the Hollow Oak and The Whispering Statue. These were all in a set together at a flea market in Central Arkansas, so I got really lucky with all of these. Then I also have The Clue in the Diary, and I have no idea. You can hear Clover pitter-pattering. I have no idea when this one would have been published. Here's the beginning pages, if you'll focus in. So it's definitely older. The only one that had been released before this one was published, this edition, was the book immediately after, which is Nancy's Mysterious Letter. So this one is, I would say, pretty close to original printing, but I could be wrong about that. Let's see how many chapters there are in this. 25. So it's, at the very least, it is the original text. So pretty cool. And then I have the only one that I have a dust cover for, which I'm very thrilled to own. It's not in very good condition, but I'm just happy to have one. It's The Haunted Bridge. And here's the back. It's very hard to come by these, in my experience. I've almost never seen one out in the wild. I think this is the only one that I've ever seen. This one has a dedication in the beginning right here, if you'll focus. And that says December 25th, 1941. So someone got this for Christmas in 1941, which is so cool. Such a cool piece of history. I'm trying to be really delicate with these pages, but here's the beginning illustration and the title page. On this little cover, you can see all the books that had been released. And this one, what number is this? This is number 15 in the series. Oh, which you can also see on the spine. I did not notice that. But yeah, the pages are not in good condition, as you can see by this. It's kind of splotchy and just very delicate. So I take good care of that one. I will not be reading out of that book because I'm just terrified to have it fall apart on me. Next thing is something that I got for my birthday, which I think I have already mentioned in a previous birthday haul video. But my cousin got me the Nancy Drew cookbook, which I still haven't cooked anything out of, but it's really fun to look at. You got some crazy recipes in here. This is a very cool thing to have. The dedication in the inside says 1973. So it's at least that old. And the original copyright says 1973. So I believe this was an edition that came out the year that it was published, period. So that's cool. And now I'll take you through my yellow editions. But first, I also found a classic collection which has 3 books in it. It has The Secret of the Old Clock, The Bungalow Mystery, and The Mystery of the 99 Steps. I'm not sure why they jumped from book 1 and book 3 all the way to The Mystery of the 99 Steps, because I think that one is like much later in the series. I wonder if it tells me. It doesn't. But it's cool to have something like this, just as like a collector's item. So I thought that was fun. I got that at a Goodwill in Missouri. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to do this without making everything on my shelf fall down. We're gonna start with the original 6, I think. Here's what we've got. We've got The Secret of the Old Clock. I have no idea when this was published. Here's the back. I know that the Nancy picture on the back has something to do with publishing date. You can also see, again, all of the books that had been published up into that point. I believe this was like late 60s. Could be early 70s. I'm not sure. I'm still learning. But then we've got The Hidden Staircase, which also has Nancy with the magnifying glass on the back. This cover of The Bungalow Mystery, I was so happy to find this. I feel like this one's a little bit more difficult to find. And then here's a different picture on the back, which supposedly tells you a little bit about the publication date as well. Then we got Mystery at the Lilac Inn. I love looking at all these. The art is so cool. It just makes me so happy. This one I got at a flea market in Branson, Missouri. I want to say that the this picture of Nancy on the back indicates that it was closer to the 70s that this was published. Maybe if I figure this out, I'll put some text up here and let you know what the actual tea is. Here's Secret of the Redgate Farm, which is one of my favorite early Nancy books. One of the most memorable, I would say. So that's the first 6, and then I'll show you 6 more. We're about to get to the point where I no longer have them all in order. Like, I have some numbers missing, but here's The Clue in the Diary. Again, very happy to have this cover specifically. There's nothing on the back, which I don't know what that says about publication or when this edition was released to the public, but that's a pretty interesting thing to see. Here's the inside. Maybe some of my Nancy Drew experts can tell me what they think. Here's the title page, and it's 20 chapters, so it is the revised edition. So we at least know that much. And then we've got Nancy's Mysterious Letter, which I've mentioned earlier. Here's the back. Let's see. Oh, blue inside pages, which is very cool. something that I don't have a lot of, I don't think. Somebody who had this was checking off all the ones that they had, which is so cute. Oh, this makes me so happy. I'm glad I'm going through these. And there are 25 chapters in this one, so it is original text. Here's another one with the back cover empty, The Sign of the Twisted Candles. And I actually have 2 of these because when I purchased this one, I think I got it through Etsy or Facebook Marketplace or something. They ended up having an extra copy of this and sent it to me. So I have 2 The Sign of the Twisted Candles books. And here's the other one for comparison. And this one actually does have the back cover. So it's interesting that the front cover is the same, but the back cover is different. And then The Message in the Hollow Oak, which is number 12 in the series. So I am missing 10 and 11 right now. I'm on the hunt for number 11 because that's the next one I need to reread in order to continue rereading them in order. So hopefully I'll get that one soon. But this one, I don't know if I showed the back already. And then we've got number 13, The Mystery of the Ivory Charm. And then the inside, we got some blue pages again. And then the next 6, The Whispering Statue, which I also have a blue copy of. Here's the back. Here's the beginning illustration. Let's see how many chapters is in this. 25 chapters, so it is original text. I really like this cover. The Haunted Bridge, we've got a vintage pricing sticker, if you will. Here's the back. And then the blue end pages. This little post-it note says 1967, and I don't know if they're trying to tell me that that is when this came out. Oh, someone also wrote in here 1969. To Vicky from Grandma, 1969. So it's at least that old. So that's pretty cool. I love seeing handwritten dedications in the front of these. It's so sweet. Here's The Mystery of the Brass-Bound Trunk. A lot of these, I'm sure that I read them, but I don't remember them at all. Like, I don't remember the plots. So I'm excited to reread them and, you know, get all of that nostalgia back. And then we've got Mystery of the Moss-Covered Mansion. This is number 18 in the series. Here's the spine and the back. Oh, and we've got these end pages, which is a new thing for us, I think. This says copyright 1971, and it is 20 chapters. So I believe that it is revised text. The Clue in the Jewel Box. This is a cool cover too. I like a lot of the covers that are like very pastel. I feel like they're not quite as common. A lot of times I'm seeing like very vibrant colorings on these books, but this one is very pastel. So I like that a lot. It makes it different. More blue end pages. Oh, this is a cool illustration. I like that a lot. This one has 25 chapters. Cool. And then The Secret in the Old Attic. Ooh, this one's very delicate. I need to be careful with this. This also has 25 chapters. I'm trying to see if there's any handwritten stuff in here. Nope. Next 6. Okay, one of these is technically a glossy flashlight cover, but I got it because I had never seen it in the wild, and it's not very bright yellow because it's so old. So anyways, let's get into it. The Mystery of the Tolling Bell. I'm loving the pink text matching the pink outfit. That's very cool. Let's see. Here's the back. Blue end pages again. There's a price written in here that said $6. Here's the opening illustration, and it's 25 chapters. Very cool. I'm gonna say very cool like 1,000 times. Hope that's okay with you guys. The Clue in the Old Album. Got a little sticker residue on there, but that's okay. Here's the back. I have a lot of these back covers, I think. Probably more of those than the other. Here's the end pages. Ooh. I like this illustration. As a girly that loves antique shopping, that really does it for me. And here's the glossy flashlight, okay? We can all get over it. We can all get over it because I got this for like $1, okay? The Ghost of Blackwood Hall. It looks like it was a library copy based on this little sticker here, which is always cool for me to find. I have not even really looked. Oh yeah, here we go. Withdrawn. This came from an Illinois. Why can't I say that? This came from a library in that state. Hello. Steelville. Nice. Printed on recycled paper. We love that. Nothing else written in here. Here's a little mail-in list, ordering list, order form, whatever. Very cool to see those two, since we definitely don't order anything like that anymore. The Secret of the Wooden Lady, which is one that I'm really excited to read. I don't remember reading this one, but I've heard good things about it. Here's the back. And back to the blue covers, and this post-it says 1965. I don't know if that's indicative of when this was actually published. Here's the books that were published at this time. I'm having so much fun looking through these. It looks like this was a 25 chapter book, so it was original text. The Mystery at the Ski Jump. Cool. Here's the back. And it was a 25 chapter book. So original text. The Clue of the Velvet Mask. This is another cover that I really like. Very nice. And here's the back. Hopefully these are all focusing. I'm trying to give it enough time. Ooh, that one really fell open easily. We've got an address in here. Someone from Bentonville, Arkansas owned this copy. Here's the opening illustration. The copyright says 1953, but I know it's newer based on it being a yellow cover. But it does have 25 chapters, so it is original text. I don't see any other dating information here. Next, our last of the yellow covers. The Ringmaster's Secret. Again, a very vibrantly colored cover, which is cool. You can hear Cole. That must mean that my husband is home. Here's your illustration from the front cover, or front pages. The Hidden Window Mystery, again, very vibrantly colored. Here's the back. And this post-it says 1965. Again, I don't know if that means that it was released in 1965 or if that was just, I don't know what else that could mean. But this is a 25 chapter book, so it is original text. The Secret of the Golden Pavilion. And this one, hi, I'm filming something. This one has the Nancy Drew cookbook on the back, which is something that we haven't seen yet. And then we have the Clue in the Old Stagecoach. Again, with the Mysteries of Cooking advertisement on the back, so that's pretty cool. And it is 20 chapters. So, it's either revised or at this point with number 37, they were already just shortening them to 20 chapters in the first place. Then we have The Invisible Intruder. This one just makes me laugh because this looks like it should be a ghost, but it's like, it's like one of those manta ray things. I don't know, it just looks silly to me. There's the back, the end pages. Oh, that's really cute. And this one is also 20 chapters. It says copyright 1969, but it could be newer than that. And that's all of the yellow covers. And now I move into the paperbacks, which I'm really excited about. So all of these are still technically original Nancy Drew mystery stories. Oh, not this one, sorry. All of these are still the Nancy Drew mystery stories. Number 57 here, which is the Triple Hoax. And I think that there are hardcover copies of this one floating around somewhere, but it's much more common to find the paperback version. So I actually talked so long that I ran out of space in my camera. Okay, returning to the collection. The Riddle in the Rare Book, number 126. If it would focus, that would be great. Here's the back. It's very glossy, so apologies if there's a glare. The Case of the Twin Teddy Bears, which I just got a few days ago. Very, very happy about that. There you go. The Suspect in the Smoke. And I think all of these were starting to be published in the 1990s and went to like the early 2000s. I believe that's correct. And you can find Wanderer covers and Minstrel covers. So this one is Minstrel, and then the first one is Wanderer, and you can tell by this border around and the checkerboard right here. So that's the difference there. And then we've got, wait, did I just show you this one? The Secret at Soul Lair, if I didn't show that. And then we've got The Girl Who Couldn't Remember. And I think I have some other ones in a different room on a different shelf, but we're just gonna pretend, we're just gonna pretend like those don't exist right now. I need to put these back in order. I also have a set of the Nancy Drew Girl Detective like spin-off series. I have like a little box set of those, but those are also in another room. Maybe I'll insert a video of those. Maybe I won't. I'll decide when I'm editing this. But I do have A Race Against Time out here. And this one is one that I do remember reading. So I guess that's why it's out here. And then we've got the Nancy Drew Files, which are all like smaller books. And these were written in the 80s, I believe. I just like pick these up when I come across them. There is hardly any order to these at all. Secrets Can Kill I did purchase on eBay specifically because there's a game that is like made after this one, after this book. And then we've got Murder on Ice, which is the third case file. Whitewater Terror is number 6. You can hear my husband laughing, he's on the phone. 2 Points to Murder, number 8. Says if Nancy solves this case, she'll lose Ned for good. Relationship drama. Stay tuned for Danger. Again, there's a game made after this book. Okay, and this one is Sisters in Crime, number 19. It's about sorority sisters, not real sisters. Sinister Paradise, number 23. This one takes place in Hawaii, which makes me think that it's probably the book that The Creature of Kapu Cave, the game, was based on. I think that's correct. And then Most Likely to Die, number 27. Nancy's High School Reunion. Interesting. I can't wait to read these. I'm really excited about it. The Final Scene, again, there is a game based on, loosely based on this book. There you go. Ooh, I like the cover of this. Very 80s. Case number 80, The Power of Suggestion. This is definitely like a different design than we've seen so far. And this book is not in good condition, but that's okay. And then Nancy Drew Files 110, Hidden Meanings. I think this is the first one that I found. And this one has kind of a different spine. I don't know if you can really see that. But yeah, those are all the files. And then I specifically purchased the Nancy Drew Ghost Stories because Ghost Dogs Moon Lake, which is one of my favorite Nancy Drew games, was made after this book. There's one specific story, The Ghost Dogs of Whispering Oaks, this one right here, that inspired the game. So I'm excited to read that one. But yeah, that's all of my Nancy Drew books, or at least all of the ones that are on my shelves right now. So let me know if you're also collecting Nancy Drew, or if you read Nancy Drew when you were growing up and this like sparked some nostalgia for you. I've really enjoyed hunting for all of these in the wild and coming across them online as well. If you have any tips for figuring out like the publication dates and when different editions came out, please share them in the comments below, because I've seen many infographics and like guides to it, but I still feel like that's not enough information for me to like accurately date these. So if you've got tips, please leave them in the comments. Give this video a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more book content from me. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next week. Bye.